Yo, what's good, guys? It's your boy Anime Mega Reviews, and today I got Black Clover Chapter 305 spoiler review for you guys. And I know it's been quite a while since I've posted a video, maybe about 3 to 2 weeks, but I really just wanted to get this out because these spoilers are just fire. Like, let's just get right into it. No need just to debate and talk about it anymore. So the chapter opens up with Langris and Yuno versus Zenon. Of course, we know that our boy Zenon, he's at 100% devil power, and he is the last remaining Dark Triad member alive, I think. I'm not too sure about Vonica. I'm not sure if she's alive, and also I'm not too sure if Dante is alive as well. But I'm just going to go off on a limb here and say that they're dead, but you never know with Black Clover. I know that it's sort of going around that people are mad with Yuki Tabata because of what just happened recently in last chapter, but I'm going to talk about that a little bit later in the video. But for right now, let's get right deep into these spoilers. So we see, of course, Zenon, he's using his bone attacks, and the one thing that I really am noticing about this fight that's different than the other fights is that he's not really like using his spatial powers that his devil gives him. It's kind of weird with our boy Zenon. We see like for instance, like other Dark Triad members using both of their powers in combination with each other. But when we look at Zenon, he's mainly using his bone magic. And right here, we actually see Langris really run into some trouble here because, of course, we know that Zenon, he has spatial magic as well, along with Langris. And Langris is kind of underpowered in this fight. But I'm actually glad to see that Yuki Tabata gave Langris some limelight, because something that we really forget as Black Clover fans is that Langris is actually pretty strong. And besides, of course, Noelle, Yuno, and Asta, I think that he's at least fourth in the list of younger Magic Knights that's actually pretty powerful. And so we see that Langris is actually using his spatial magic powers sort of as a defense shield, kind of like his brother, and he's using it to disintegrate the bone that is coming through or trying to attack him, trying to come through his shield. So this is pretty awesome to see. This is something that Langris most likely came up with because he knew for a fact that he was going up against Zenon, who uses bone magic to a horrifying degree. And the one thing that I will say throughout this whole entire fight, we don't really see a lot of Yuno. To be honest, I think that's kind of a good thing because we see that with Austin and Black Bulls. We just know for a fact that the Black Bulls are going to get some limelight as well. However, with Yuno, we don't really know too much about the other Golden Dawn members besides Langris and Mimosa, along with, I believe it's Klaus. And the Compass Girl. Yeah, they're kind of forgettable. So we kind of need these moments for the Golden Dawn members to kind of extend the range of Black Clover with the other characters, besides it just focusing mainly on the Black Bulls and pretty much just Asta. Also, guys, in that panel, that was actually the last panel that's supposed to be shown in the chapter where Yuno is using his new attack. And I got to get the translation for it. Hopefully when the English translation comes out, I'll be able to get it for you guys. But it kind of switches back and forth between really what we see with, I would assume to be Langris kind of allowing Yuno to charge up his attack. Because the one thing that we see is that at the beginning of this fight, Yuno and Langris are pretty tired. So Langris is kind of being that, I want to say, like, sacrificial vessel. Because, you know, of course, I don't think that Langris is going to die, but he's obviously going to take like a lot of damage because he has to allow Yuno to concentrate on whatever it is that Yuno's doing at the moment. Like, pretty much our boy Langris, he's taking the full frontal assault. And I like this panel right here because it sounds like that Yuno and Langris are on the same page, because originally, you know, when they first teamed up together, I'm thinking to myself, well, Langris doesn't really like teaming up with anybody. And that actually really matters in terms of like teamwork and him being able to work with Yuno in a cohesive manner. But of course, they trained together for quote unquote 3 days, maybe less than that. Yeah, and manga / anime time, 3 days is like 100 years. So I assume they worked on their chemistry. But right here, we actually see Langris taking a very crucial blow. Obviously, his spatial magic shield wasn't able to last for a very long period of time. And right here, I would assume that he took a very serious injury. He should be dead right now. I know that this is kind of the complaint about Black Clover, is like, okay, they suffer a mortal wound, what's going to happen now? We just know that, of course, Langris, he's not going to be down and out for the count. Now, I would say this about this fight. This is the only problem that I have with this fight is this. The only 2 people that are fighting Zenon at the moment is, of course, Yuno and Langris. Where are the other Magic Knights? You know, where is Dorothy? Where is Flugolion? You just kind of want to see more of a cohesive team with this. However, in this panel, we also see that Langris, he's kind of using the last bit of his mana to charge towards Zenon. And that's kind of where a lot of these panels got mixed up. As you guys know, I get these panels off of Twitter. So I was really trying to figure out what happened to Langris after this attack, because in one panel it seems as though he just like disappeared, and that's when we saw Yuno in that final panel where he's charging up his bow and arrow. So it's kind of weird. Like, I don't know, did Langris just transport himself from, I don't know, like switch places with Yuno? It's kind of very like hard to explain, so I have to really just wait until the full chapter is out so you guys can really get like a full in-depth explanation of really what's going on. And Zenon, it's like, man, I don't want to say that he's a disappointment, but it's like, where are your other powers? And I think that this is the main thing that YouTuber really wants us to just focus on, is that the Dark Triad's time is pretty much over, and now we're focusing more on devils and their grand scheme and their magnificent plans to just take over the human world and kind of like annihilate everyone. The Dark Triad is kind of being placed in the background, and out of all three of them, I'm really wanting to see which one of them actually lasts. I think it's going to be either Zenon or Vonica, but I'm just kind of waiting to see. Anyway, guys, that does it for me tonight. Make sure you like and subscribe to the video if you're new. Also, comment down below and tell me what you guys liked about this video. I know it's been a while, guys, but I do apologize. I just got out of college, so I'm working. I'm trying to build up some money so I can get more great content for you guys and better equipment. So let's take this channel to the next level. I'm ready for it. And as always, make sure you guys have a wonderful night, and peace.